While the country awaits the liberalization of the telecommunications sector so that the populace can benefit from cheaper prices for improved services by telecommunications providers here in Guyana, GTT says that liberalization is already here and it's not fazed by this.
We've got, on paper, exclusivity for international long distance. We're not the only one that provides international long-distance services. We've got exclusivity of providing internet and data services. We're not the only one that provides it. And we've got the exclusivity to provide landline services. Well, we are the only one that still provides it.
GTT's CEO, Justin Ned. He opined that the only reason GTT still has exclusivity on providing landline services is because it may not be economically attractive for GTT's competitors to provide a similar service. According to Mr. Ned, GTT is already operating in a competitive space, and the official liberalization of the telecommunications sector, in his belief, will level the playing field.
We all either pay 45% taxes and adhere by the same regulatory rules. And I like our chances. We have a mindset of really pushing hard to improve services. We're transitioning to a much more customer-oriented organization. And in some cases, we have transitioned to being a much more customer-oriented organization. So in the space of liberalization, I would say, in practical terms, it's already here.
He explained that in terms of the official liberalization of the sector and GTT's negotiations, the company's exclusive license in the contract somewhat dictates that there is a term for exclusivity and that this is still being negotiated. However, GTT has had fruitful discussions with the other parties involved so far, he says.
We're ready and in fact, with our great relationship with the Ministry of Public Telecommunications, I think it's we're closer than ever. In terms of a time frame, it would be, I think I'd be foolhardy to give a time frame because we're just one party to the negotiation. And I think that would be a better question for the Ministry of Public Telecommunications.
These negotiations commenced in 2016, during which the intention of ending the 26-year-old monopoly on the fixed line market was discussed. The liberalization of the sector is heavily dependent on the settlement of a $44 million tax claim against GTT. Atlantic Telenetwork, GTT's parent company, makes mention of this in its quarterly filings to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, including a sum of $5 million for an adverse decision against the telecoms giant. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklingam.